Hello everyone. The Middle East. Okay, calm down. What popped in your head when I said the Middle East? What popped in your head? I mean, oil. Very good. What popped in your head? War. Okay. What popped into your head? Terrorism. Okay, very good. Oil and terrorism. Think about those things. Why do we put up with countries that express anti-American views and are the wellspring of terrorism? Could a common thread be oil dependency? I think it is. What would you think if I told you that drilling in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge increase our domestic oil stocks and allow us to decrease our dependency on foreign oil? This brings up a very controversial issue. The opponents to it say the environmental impact would be devastating, while the proponents to it say the economic impact and the decrease of dependency on foreign oil mandate that we do it. I want to show you how opening ANWR to drilling will drastically increase our domestic oil stock, create jobs in America, and have far less impact on the environment than the opponents would lead us to believe. Drilling in ANWR is America's best bet for decreasing dependency on foreign oil from some of these governments that we don't get along with. Okay, if we're going to increase our domestic oil stock, how can ANWR help us? In 1987, the Department of the Interior recommended opening ANWR because they did a geological study which proved there's a large reserve of oil under there. The Department of Energy states that currently we import over 65% of our oil from foreign countries. 65%. Okay, OPEC, which harbors a lot of these anti-American countries, comprises as much oil imported into our country as we produce ourselves. Okay, that's staggering. Now, drilling in ANWR would actually produce enough oil that we could cancel out any oil we import from Saudi Arabia or Venezuela. It's going to increase our production levels by 25% of domestic oil. Plus, current legislation requires that any oil from ANWR would be kept domestically and only produced by American workers. This could decrease our foreign dependency on oil for about 30 years and give us time to develop alternative fuels. In my view, it's clear that producing more domestic oil from ANWR will go a long way to lessen our dependency on foreign countries. But of course, it's also going to improve our economy. How's it going to do that? It's going to create jobs. It's estimated by the Department of Energy that it would create anywhere from 250,000 to 700,000 jobs if you consider the riggers, service industries, and all the outlying jobs that are included in that. Current drilling on the Alaskan northern slopes is on the decline. They're starting to run out of oil there. ANWR would help pick that oil production back up and save those jobs. In addition, that domestic oil would save us $14 billion a year in oil imports. A year. That's according to the the Energy Information Administration. And according to Alaska.org, 75% of Alaskans support this. So why are we stalling so much when the people that live there want it so badly? The people that actually own the land want this drilling to start. See, opening ANWR for development is economically sound. But the detractors would have us think that all of that is eclipsed by the fact that it's going to be an environmental disaster, they claim. I don't see it that way. The environmental impact is minimal. You see, ANWR, the proposed area of development in ANWR is only 8% of the actual refuge itself. The refuge is about the size of South Carolina. And the size of the area for development is about the size of Dulles International Airport. The ANWR footprint would be much smaller, about 64% smaller than the current footprint at the northern slopes where they drill in Alaska. This is according to the Department of Energy. What this means is, this is important because on the northern slopes, it's been proven they can coexist with the environment. The caribou population that migrates there has gone from 3,000 animals to 23,000 animals, according to the Department of the Interior. This happened over the course of the last 20 years. And the ANWR would be a 64% less footprint than the northern slopes, so they would even have a more minimal impact on the environment. ANWR development would not be the rape of a pristine wilderness, as some people would lead us to believe. It would be the opening of many possibilities, okay? ANWR development is the key to increasing our independence from foreign oil and maintaining a strong economy for the U.S. while considering our energy needs into the future. With today's technology and careful regulation, okay, we are capable of doing that with almost negative impact on the environment. Now, I want to leave you with this image. What would you do if you couldn't drive your car because it was too expensive to buy gas? You couldn't heat your own home because it was too expensive to buy gas. What would you do if our country was at the whim of a country such as Venezuela because they hold the oil that we have to have for energy production because we don't have our own? It's a grim future to think about.